My beloved brothers and sisters, is your prayer for the sake of Allah? Is your fasting for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Is your zakat for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Is your sadaqah for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Is your hajj for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Is your recitation of the Quran for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Ask yourself about this. If your prayer and your zakat and your hajj and your sadaqah are not for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will not reward you about this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that command you to do your worship for the sake of Him. To be sincere in your worship, hoping Allah is the one that is going to pay you. Not do it for the sake of people. Allah said in the Holy Quran, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ حُنَفَاءَ وَيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَذَلِكَ دِينُ الْقَيِّمَةِ. Allah has commanded you to worship Him with full sincerity and ikhlas. You do your prayer for the sake of Allah. You give your sadaqah for the sake of Allah. You give your zakat for the sake of Allah, not for the sake of people. People are not going to reward you for anything. I know that there are three peoples that on the day of Qiyamah, Allah is going to judge them and put them inside the hellfire. إن أول الناس يقضى يوم القيامة عليه الرجل استشهد. The first one will be the one that died for the sake of jihad. But on the day of Qiyamah, Allah will say to him, وَمَا عَمِلْتَ فِيهَا. What have you done with the power I have given to you? What have you done with the good health and the power I have given to you? He will say, Allah, I have fight for your sake, and I was killed for your sake. Allah will say, you are a liar. You have done it for the sake of people, so that people will say you are a powerful man. And they have said it. And Allah will command an angel. They will drag the person on his face and throw him inside the hellfire. And the second person is the person that Allah has given him Islamic knowledge. On the day of Qiyamah, Allah will say to him, what have you done with the knowledge I have given to you? He will say, Allah, I have taught people your knowledge, and I have recited the Quran for your sake. Allah will say, you are a liar. You were teaching people my knowledge, not for my sake, but for the sake of the people, to say that you are a big scholar, you have knowledge. And you were reciting Quran, not for my sake, but for the sake of people, to admire you and say that you have a good voice in the recitation of the Quran. And they have said that Allah will command an angel. They will drag the person on his face and throw him inside the hellfire. And the third person is a person that is giving sadaqah, but the sadaqah it was given not for the sake of Allah, but for the sake of people, to say that this man is a good man. He always helps people. He always helps people. He is generous. He is just like this. On the day of Qiyamah, Allah will say, what have you done with the world, the riches I have given to you? He will say, Allah, I have helped poor people. I was generous to them. I was supporting poor people. I was supporting weak people. I was supporting sick people. I was offering my money to them. Allah will say, you are a liar. You were doing it for the sake of people so that they will say you are generous. Allah will command an angel. They will drag him on his face and put him inside the hellfire. My dear brothers and sisters, all our worship, we need to do it for the sake of Allah, not for the sake of people. Anything you are doing in worship, not for the sake of Allah, you don't have a reward of it. Narrated from hadith that man salla yura'i faqad ashraka wa man tasaddaqa yura'i faqad ashraka wa man sama yura'i faqad ashraka. Man salla yura'i faqad ashraka. Whosoever pray so that people will see him and admire him, that this man, he pray a lot. He is best. He is the best man that is praying. Or this man, he pray. His prayer is always good. If your intention is that, you have associated partner to Allah. وَمَنْ صَامَ يُرَائِي فَقَدْ أَشْرَكَ. If you are fasting, it's not for the sake of Allah, but for the sake of people to see, to admire you and say, this man, mashallah, is the highest person that fasts in this our community. This man, mashallah, is the highest person that fasts in this our community. If your intention is that, you have associated partners to Allah. وَمَنْ تَصَدَّقَ يُرَائِي فَقَدْ أَشْرَكَ. If your intention for giving sadaqah is that people will admire you, see you and admire you, and say this man is the highest person that gives sadaqah in this our society, or this man is so generous, or this man is the highest person that help people. If your intention is that, فَقَدْ أَشْرَكْتَ بِاللَّهِ. You have associated partner to Allah. Dear brothers and sisters, our worship should be for the sake of Allah. قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ لَا شَرِيكَ لَهُ وَبِذَلِكَ أُمِرْتُ وَأَنَا أَوَّلُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Say, my prayer, my sacrifice, my life is for the sake of Allah. La sharika lah. There is no one like him. There is no one